Um, so the $6 PKO and the $1 PKO are still early-ish stages. Our $4 Moss 25 is in the last level of registration. $1,200 renders, $350 left, $144 are going to get paid. That might change. Like I said, there's still a few minutes left to registration. We'll try to play through the money bubble so you can see some more heavily weighted ICM situations. Those of you who are unaware, ICM has already started. Starts pretty much when the tournament begins. Really don't make considerations to about 50% of the field left. After that, you should be making some small adjustments, tightening your ranges, and widening them in certain spots. Hopefully we'll have some situations where we can talk about that. I'm going to be eating, drinking. Sorry about that. Mountain Dew Zero, for those of you who are wondering. Some Alfredo sausage pizza. It folds to us. Deuces going to be a shove. 20 big blinds effective. Nothing else really to do besides shove here. On the button. If only 2 players get through. I only have less than 20 bigs. If there's someone in the blinds here, middling, aces and up, strong kings, sixes plus probably, all calls, fives are close. Most of my shoving range is going to be lower pairs, suited aces. My upper range wants to just min raise there. Is it exploitable? Maybe-ish. Yeah, for the most part, it takes you to wake up. You just want to run hands against a pair for your tournament life, you can. I'm not at risk. Still plenty more players to go. If this was late possession, I was in a blind, be easy to call. From hijack though against MP, easy fold. Suited we might have a different discussion. Probably still a fold though. Maybe borderline. Defend. Queen 10 off. Equal board, he's raising from the button. We both have all the sets. He's definitely got more aces than me. I went 3-bet a lot of my aces against a button open. So we're pretty much done with this hand. Should VC in a bet. And we're out. Opening his jack off. This guy is pretty wild. I'd like to do something here, but this guy kind of is going to go with it probably more often than not. So, I mean, it plays fine multi-way, but I don't want to get in 20 blinds right now. And he wakes up. Guy playing 50-33. That's only 16 worth of data though, so ignore that. Yeah, Queen Jack suited. Queen King suited. Great hands for multi-way pots. Jack 10 suited. Honestly, a step below those. I'm just more often dominated by like one of those ace 10s, ace jacks. I think he's got ace. The bullets, the birds, the towers, the pointy ones. What other nicknames you guys got for aces? Comment down below. Favorite name for aces? Let's see them in the comments. This guy's opening really wide. He's got a deep up 40. It's an easy squeeze shove. No questions asked. Much different from our situation before last video when we talked about our ace queen off from EP. We're not in EP. And this is according using the stats. This guy's playing 35-21. This guy's flatting 40, so he's making a ton of mistakes. Here's one right here with ace 4 off. We recognize the fish. We trap him in there for his money. And he gets out. We also talked about how I run in tournaments, why I'm still playing low micro stakes. Keep track, remember, people. Keep track if you're following the series. Damn shame. Been for a solid stack in the $6 when they had over 300K. Here. Tight regular here. Consider 3-betting him. But with a fish here and a big blind, we're just going to let it go. He might flat too much and give him the price to call. He's probably finding a lot of his range raises there. So I'm likely to 3-bet him. Queen 7 off is a terrible hand. It would have been more of an exploit against a tighter player. And some of you might wonder, like, well, why do we want to pick looser, crappier, those 3-betting hands against a tighter player? It had more to do with the position and being in a cutoff. I think I had a lot of data on him and played with him more than once, so he's, in my opinion, he'll find those looser opens from late positions, but won't want to continue to do that. So, as you can see his fold to 3-bet is 71. assuming most of those are coming from a later position. Alright, hello ladies. Our friend under the gun here, raising big. You've already seen him call off for ace-4 off, so no need to slow play anything here. We're just going to pile this in. We're not even going to small 3-bet. We're just going to ship it. He's doing that fishy amateur size, so could be ace-king, could be jacks. We're going to hope for those jacks or 10s. Could just be complete dog shit, because we've already seen him play dog shit. Send it over here, George. Mr. George Richard. There we go. Alright, clean flop. And show me one more 3 on there. Over there, 3 clips. Alright, get it through that time. Would have been nice to just finish him off if we'd won that one earlier. We'll get him though. He's got 53 more blinds to give to us. We fit our 300K too. Spin. In between, we lost ourselves our Boski, our other Boski. Alright, final numbers 1,300 people. That means not adjusted yet on the site. There we go. 153 are going to get paid. We got 900 up top. That would be a nice one. A hit. 320 left. Again, we'll play this video through the money bubble. See if we can get a little bit more aggressive. Pressure some people. Fives are pretty borderline here. A strong player here though on the button, so we're going to see resistance a decent amount of time. So we'll let that go. 2 weaker players here. If this was someone else, who would have definitely opened. But as you can see, he's probably raising 80% of his hands here on the button. In this situation, this stack, these guys in middling stacks approaching money bubble-ish area. These last 150 people go reasonably quick, probably 3 levels. Tell you what, this Alfredo pizza is fire. Alright, let's raise, try to clear some people out, and play against George some more. Base 3-bet, normally. Especially this size, probably a fold. Against our friend Richard, we're going to see a flop. I don't like playing out of position. Even against fish, you really want to try to stay in position. We'll see what happens. Not our flop, so this will just be check fold. Wait for a better spot. See how he just wants to give us his money here. Again, you can fold. You can definitely just fold that pre-flop. It's a big 3-bet sizing. You're out of position even against a bad player. Want to be in position, get a little bit of free information. But never know. Pop comes Jack, Queen, King, or Ace, 10, Deuce. Still probably just putting all his chips in with all of his hands. That's what he likes to do. He has earned his pink tag. If you're watching this and you're pink tag, you need to improve. No nice way to put this. Definitely going to defend this multi-way. Backdoor straight, backdoor flush. We will not be continuing though against any bet. If this was like a 5 of diamond or 6 of diamonds, we'd set up a check raise. We got all the straights, all those small sets, shitty 2 pairs, suited, Queen 3 suited, Queen 4 suited, all that. So we would definitely set up a check raise. Still might do it here to be honest. I think queens are out of the question. Certainly for this guy and this guy, no chance. It's the last person that might have a queen. Would they bet half pot? Maybe. I think we can definitely represent this though. So we'll take a chance one time. And we'll jam diamonds and fold everything else. We'd be the only one still playing, being first act, 4 ways. And take it down. It's good. Yeah. Half pat sizing is never seems like it's actually happening there. It's more like protecting 6s, 7s, something like that. And we're about done with this hand up here. I'll just take it down though. Building a nice stack in a $4. Can't tell you how many times I've won this $4 tournament. Probably 4 times or so. Now it's with the moss though, so a little bit extra guarantee, a little bit more runners. Usually win around 380 to like 420 normally. More on Sundays, but I don't think I'll ever win on this Sunday. Guarantee is a little bit higher. Such a good tournament though, good structure. Nice and deep. Lots of bad players. I had one OSS victory. I won a $55 PKO for 4,000. Trying to get my first Moss win. We already qualified for the Mystery Millions. We are a top 70 stack, I think, right now. But flights, again, going for the rest of this month. We may play a couple more flights to build our stack. Kind of undetermined on that right now. If we can win this Moss 25, fire a few more bullets. For those of you who don't know, Mystery Millions going on. $22 tournament. Guaranteed $150,000 bounty in that Mystery Millions. At least one. You can play as many flights as you want. They run flights every 2 hours the whole entire month, and then we'll play day 2 at the end of the month. And every time you bag a flight, you just accumulate your chips, add it up. There's one guy that has 1,300 big blinds already coming back to day 2. He's playing all the flights, rebuying all the flights. He's going to be in so deep, so he's going to need to hit some of those bigger bounties. Ace Deuce suited, we'll 3-bet this. Ace jack off, also 3-bet. Could also just flatted this thing, this person again, 34 VPIP, 34.9 here. It's just going to flat so often with 3-bet. This is not our flop. We'll open a couple reshove stacks, but again, these two guys are tighter, so it's okay to open. I got a great flat down here. Start with a bet. Pretty small, 30% pot. And we bet this in. Third board, always good for us against the blinds. Should be a range bet, small. ICM pressure again, 17 big blinds. If he continues at all, we are absolutely done. Unless we hit a king or 10. We will not continue to tell the story of ace high. It's probably not good if he continues. He should be folding all his 9 10s, 10 jacks, queen jacks, king jacks. Might even fold some ace 7, ace 8 there. Possibly. Probably shouldn't against that bet sizing, but he's playing a 14-9, 0 over 150 hands. You can just tag him as a tighter regular player. Someone we definitely want to take advantage of in ICM situations. Got a little bit more of this fucking fire ass pizza, baby. If you're wondering what's on the headphones right now, it's some country music. Kind of like to. I'm all over the place, to be honest. So it'll be that sometimes. Things aren't going good. We go to the 2000s hip hop. Woo! I may also play a little bit of alternative rock every now and then as well. I'm a generalist, like everything. Country at heart, though. Just doesn't necessarily get you fired up for the poker. Woo! Smooth Tennessee whiskey. Again, guys, please don't roast me in the comments for my setup. I have no idea what I'm doing this. I just want to share what I know with other people. I'm trying to play some low stakes, mid stakes. Maybe it'll go somewhere down the road. Again, I need to get a house. I need to get a better streaming setup. I just know I'm a lot better player than most people at this stakes. It can help a lot of people out. And want to do this full time, hopefully at some point. Normal job is a physical education school teacher. So I get those summers to play a lot of poker weekends. I've been playing since that was 14 years old, I think. Playing with my brothers, family friends and such. Charity poker when I was 18. Full tilt stars back in the day when they took everybody's money. Had a good live year this year. Played 4 WSOP circuit events. Main event, 2 main events, and 2 of the smaller buy-ins. Cashed all 4. 4 for 4, baby. So Floppy can lead, but he also has all these sets, so we'll just check. Not really at the top of our range. Where we would lead. We would actually lead maybe our straights. Full pot size bet. Like, with the spades and the diamonds. It's already kind of dicey though. To be honest, against his size, I think I just want to fold. This is very tight, guys, but I'm gonna just preserve this stack, work on building it. It just feels like a set or an overpair. It's not a great board to be betting pot with. You don't have it. Like, do you think he's ever betting pot there with ace king hearts? You're crazy, or he's really bad if he was doing it. Looks like, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and take the same late position open, cover all these stacks and all the big stacks, put a little bit of heat on this. There's your ICM pressure moment coming down to the cash. If you really want to mess with it, you should be opening tighter, unfortunately, but then you block the ICMs. I think it's good. That's one of those spots we talked about. The blueprint. Shout out Blueprint. ACM Stormer. See if he's streaming. Cool thing about ACR. Streamers can get hooked up with a little Stormer deal. Click on their name, goes straight to their Twitch. It's linked in right on the software. There he is. He's not on delay, so we'll never know what he had on that ace here. Just got his cards covered. Comment below, do you guys like streamers who cover their cards and no delay, or would you rather have a delay and see all their hands? Personally, I want to see the cards. So even the hands they don't talk about, I can still take information. If we had a 10 of spades, we would check behind. That kind of blocks and flushes, but we would just bet no spade. I never even looked what happened if we got moved or if our friend got knocked out. He's not here anymore. And I still recognize these names, so I'm assuming he just shipped it to someone. Probably to Habs. He's got all his chips. Good player, tight reg. I'm sure he... Strong candidate to catch putts. Catch those punts. Alright, 250 left. And the Moss 25 low, 100 more people. So we get some money back. I'm gonna be pissed if this whole video you can just hear me obnoxiously eating my food. I'm still gonna upload it anyway. I don't give a fuck. It's for the poker content. If it's terrible, I'll never do it again. Notice I did block out my HUD thing, so I can just hover and find out. Problem is, now I have to go through and do all the hovering. I like when it's just there, but yeah, for you guys, so you can see stack sizes better, bet sizing, all that. I had to change it. I noticed how much it looked like shit. The Cowboys. The Solomons. Kmart, Poker used to call it. Kevin Martin, one of my favorite streamers. So entertaining. Obviously, first time for me, a little nervous. I'll try to pick up some entertainment and some small talk in between spots. Generally, by nature, though, a pretty quiet person. So, just one of those standard nerd poker regs. Everybody's coming along. I don't think there's any way we win the spot unless we get a check through and peel a diamond. We will not be seeing the turn now for half pot. There's just way too much going on, especially with another caller. Now people are like, oh, you got great pot odds, pot odds. I cannot immediately hit a better hand for sure than anybody. Even a king brings in the jack queen. And now what do? Now I'm in there more. Oh, you get good pot odds again on the turn. And protect your stack size, guys. Especially both these tournaments are starting to be like final 3 levels of registration. Protect your stack size at that point. Early on, you got rebuys. You want to take some close EV calls, go for it. But we're playing tournament poker here. Tournament poker. ICM is involved. Future game, tournament life is all important. Gotta value tournament life. Let's see if Blueprint just shoves this time instead of opening. Yeah, to be expected. We're not going to call it like 8-10 off. Or suited. Classic mistakes in that situation are calling off like Queen 10 off, Queen Jack off, Jack 10 off. Those are folds, guys. A lot of his shoves are Ace X hands and strong King X hands in small pairs. We do okay against the small pairs. We do okay against all that, but we're behind all that. We have to make something happen. We're behind an Ace High, we're behind King High, we're behind pairs. So, yeah, just a fold. Preserve stack size. Don't take these unnecessary flips. These are the ICM spots where we told you would come up eventually. Call your call like 6s and up, maybe 5s. I would always lean a little bit tighter in these situations. So I would say 6s and up. And then all your strong kings. And probably all suited Ace X. Offsuit Ace X probably start at Ace 9. Maybe even Ace 10. Player dependent, of course. This guy's strong, regular player, good stats. Huge stack, huge stats, easy 3-bet. I'm going bigger too because it's going to be sticky and probably call anyway. And I love our hand against his range here. He's going to have all the Jack 10s, Queen 10s, King 10s, and he's going to continue with all of them. I would do flop our particular hand. Just talked about all those hands he could have. We connect a lot with that, so we will check. Call this one off pretty easily. Should be way ahead. No, we're not. There's another one of those chops. Everybody loves the chop pot. And yeah, this is just not our flop, unfortunately. So when you decide there to go bigger 3-bet sizing, guys, don't get over sticky and pissed off when you have a terrible flop like that. Just let it go. Move on. Preserve your stack. It'll be a better spot to come. Don't feel like you need to fight for it because now it's a 16, 15 big blind pot and we know he has a crap range and we have it dominated, blah, 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 blah. After that flop, we're smoked a lot. And we're smoking absolutely nothing except for ace X of spades that doesn't look there. And a 4 and a 10. Like the smallest amount of hands. All the other ones have immediate equity with flush draws or backdoor equity with flush draws. Backdoor straight draws, even those ace 4s, ace 8s stuff. Pitch. Good news. I'm done eating. Guys, don't try to set mine these small pairs when they have 30 big blinds. Easy play. Second time we got shoved on. Don't get irritated. They keep shoving at me. They're supposed to shove a ton of their range. It's part of the game. Like I said, one of these times we'll get a decent pair. Solid ace. Good king. And we'll snap it off. Suited queens that are good. Connected. Queen 9, Queen 10, Queen Jack. Not. Queen 8, and again, suited, not offsuit. 3-bet chance here. This guy, again, not a lot. Very tight with his opening. It's all coming from EP. So feel like he tries to attack that. So we're going to go big. This guy probably isn't fold often. The more I look at this play, I don't love it. I'm not sure he folds enough to 59 deep, but we'll see. I'm not too worried about his range though. Like a normal person, this Penja should have like 9s through jacks or suited king queen. That's about it. Suited ace jack. Dream flop. You love it now. Definitely gonna check. Completely dry board. I don't have to worry about 3s or 4s in any of their ranges. So we have a stack to pass ratio less than 1, so we can easily check. Watch Hendra have pocket 3s. Actually, he can have those. This guy should not have any of that. This is probably ace jack, ace 10, or like a king and queen of clubs or something like that. So we'll just go ahead and stick it in now. We shouldn't be folding anything that is betting. It's only, there it is, ace 10. Check behind on the flop. I mean, you probably call a flop, to be honest, guys, but we secure it a lot more by doing that. And the only reason we check in that spot is because we have a stack to pot ratio less than 1, so we can just put it all in right on the turn. Alright, if we had still 50 big blinds left there, then we would definitely just bet small flop, for sure. Only 3-bet candidate. Scud is not open a lot, so I'm just going to fold this one. ICM pressure here. Definitely opening a suited king. Normally I wouldn't open this until cutoff, but adjusting ranges for ICM pressure. And we will have to call this off if it does shove. We're just committed at that point. We're just going to jam this 3 ways. Pretty standard. Flop 6 here. Start with a small bet. Fold all this trash and probably jam everything else. We will have to call. If it does jam, that'd be a sigh and a call. But yeah, all his ace high folds on this. Getting 50 away from the money, so easy. Just small bet with your entire range. Here's king shove through, that's good. We have 600K in this tournament. Start with 125, and we have 0 bounties. Again, ICM open here. Tighter player behind. Tighterish player behind. Guys that are trying to survive through money bubble. Pretty easy. Call him, fold to him. And this is like a normal open on 100 big blinds, but on 40 big blinds, middle position, I wouldn't open king man suited. I mean, depending on table dynamic, like earlier stage tournaments, for me, I lean tighter from EP to MP, and then really starting to loosen it up a little bit after that. But when I got more players to go through to get to establish button and position post flop, I kind of lean on folding those king 9 suiteds. I know some people in some charts will tell you can open them from under the gun, and you can, but you got to be very, very comfortable then playing out of position post flop when you get flat calls from later positions. It's not an easy thing to do. If you're not experienced, then again, I would fold them and lean more into stronger hands. from EP to MP. Alright, we got 44 more people till they make some money. Whoa, this guy just ran up a stack. I think these are coming down to close to registration ending, which means I can turn the felt red. That just lets me know, like, hey, really start put some ICM thoughts into your decisions. Yeah, we got a level and a half left. It's time. Protect test stack sizes here, so when you do get those hands, get all in with you. Yeah, double famo. Say blackjack. We don't want a double for less. You don't get blackjack either. Pull some money in your pocket, do man. This is the guy right here that's gonna help us win this tournament. Could be over 1 million chips. And this guy just look, here you go. I'm counting on you, Hendra. Watch me work. Alright, we'll watch you work. Get it in good, baby. Watch him work. Uh-oh. Clean river. Hard on fire. Hard on fire. Alright, our only stack where we could use a little bit of help. Autopiloting here. Queen deuce suited is not a fold. Small blind versus big blind. Not good. Don't watch that. Don't listen to that. This guy is so tight here. Like, so tight. I'm just going to flat this one. He's playing 11-9-3 and 93 hands. He has raised 1 time out of 15 from early position. So this could be very much, and again, I don't want to flip right now. He's got us covered. There's no bounty in play for us. We simply don't hit a flop that connects with us all, and we get away. Ace king off. 2 big blinds. Done. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Adjusting your play based on stats, future game, ICM, all that. Every other chart is going to tell you ace king, 3-bet, auto 3-bet, auto 3-bet. Against a guy who's opening under the gun on 12-10-3 with over 100, about 100 hands of data. Nope. Nope. Okay to flat. You flat, and then let's say we get a squeeze from behind, and he folds, then call off easy. Free information, doing it that way. These other people behind aren't paying attention to his tight stats. They'll just be like, oh, we got a raise and a flat. Good spot to squeeze and get a lot of big blinds for nothing. Boom! Ace king. Again, he's probably calling off. It's queens, kings, or aces. Call the full check here. This guy can put a little pressure on us. Otherwise, I would like to open against some of these players, especially this guy. Very tight. He's not going to play back at us unless he's got a hand. This guy doesn't really want to, and we already played one hand with it. We just flatted. And again, leaving and post flat, one bet, ultim. Yeah, this is like almost an any two spot for him. This guy plays so tight if he cares about making money. See race. Kind of. This raising range is a lot of Broadway cards. Kind of want to just get it in, but offsuit aces like ace 10, ace 9 are also raises. I'm just flat, see if up. I'm in position. We need to rush it in there. Jamming is perfectly fine as well. If I was out of position, if I was like small blind limped and then he raised, I would probably just jam on the top. I don't know, small bet. Line on blind, ace high, backdoor flush, call once. Turn a straight draw. I'm definitely be stabbing this. Change my mind. I was going to see a free card. We beat those king jacks and jack tens. King tens. Come on, ace high. Show me a winner. Ace 9. Another hand we talked about ace 9 off. Oh. To be honest, I did not want to call 5 big blinds with ace jack off. This would just be a fold against UTG. There's somebody late in position. My friend Hendra, for sure. Bit of a misclick. Need help on a $6. Called those hands perfectly, so it's a good job. Good thing we didn't jam that ace 7. Why would I call small blind versus big blind again? Not playing out of position. And then 2, when I limp, you can have way more bluffs. You need a ton of bluffs. And he can raise with that are worse than my ace 7. That's where you'd start having some of those ace 3, ace deuces you want to raise. But those aren't raises from the small blind generally. They're just limps. So most of the aces he's raising have me dominated as such. If you're wondering why do I call them, I can't help you. Ace 7 suited blind or blind. That's why I'm calling. Gotta protect the big blind with that. Heel. Good flat. I'm a little worried. This guy does know, and we have played back in before, so I know he's on the button. But you're allowed to have strong hands on the button as well. So I'm going to proceed kind of cautious with this queen tipper. Check raise, I don't hate it, but his stack size, ICM situation, he'll just shut down on turn. He'll let us know what he has. Any jack is going to check back. It's ace jack. Then he'll bet his ace. If he stood a C bet on the flop. His 10s, his 9s are all checks. Easy fold. Save money if he did have ace jack or king jack. Don't think he had those. Check raise would have worked against ace high, but who knows what he had. All I can tell you is he had us beat on the turn. I had to cut the video on break and I'll pick it right back up.